Our lesson goal for today is about order operation. Let's take a look at these two examples. In the first example, we're going to add and then multiply. And then the second example, we'll multiply and then add. Notice we have different answers, and we'll find out which one is the right answer. Later, we'll find out what kind of person you are. Are you a milk first person or a cereal first person? In this example, we'll add, then we'll divide. And in this example, we'll divide and then add. Again, our answers are different. Our essential questions are, how does order relate to our everyday life? When you get ready for school, do you put on your socks before you put on your shoes? In mathematics, as in life, some tasks must be done in a certain order, or you'll have holy socks. There are two types of people. How do you eat your cereal? I really want to find out these milk first people because it's always cereal first. Let the fight begin. A lot of people like to use PEMDAS because of the acronym, Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. That mnemonic device almost everyone remembers. But I prefer to use GEMS because in PEMDAS, a lot of times people think it's the P and then the E and then the M and then the D. Let's take a closer look at PEMDAS. When we look at this one, PEMMESA, most kids who learn PEMDAS will say this is wrong because it's not following the order operation that they learned, which should interchange the M and the D as well as the A and the S. The P stands for parentheses, brackets, braces, and the absolute value. These are grouping symbols. So for G, for GEMS. Next, the E is the same in both exponents. This is where they differ. We are going to group the multiplication and division because the first one we do is the one on the left side. So we only have to use one letter, M. And now for addition and subtraction, we're going to group those as well. And we're going to use S. The first one we do is the one on the left-hand side. So let's go back and let's see which one is actually correct. And if you said multiplication, then addition, you are correct. We multiply 4 times 6, and then we add 3. Let's take a look at this example. Which one's correct? Do we add before we divide, or do we divide before we add? And if you said division, then addition, you are correct. We're going to divide 8 divided by 4, and then add 12. Let's take a look at some more complex examples. In this case, which one do we do first? This division, addition, multiplication, subtraction, or division? Since we have no grouping symbols or exponents, it goes down to M in GEMS, which stands for multiplication or division from left to right. Which one of these is our first multiplication or division? And if you said 16 divided by 2, you are correct. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Then we continue and we can see that we're going to have 3 times 5. So now the multiplication comes before the division. Earlier, the division came before the multiplication because it was on the left side. Now, since the multiplication is on the left side, we do that before this division. 3 times 5 is 15. Lastly, we just divide. Now that third step is done. Now we're looking at the fourth step. Which one do we do first, addition or subtraction? We do the one on the left side. 8 plus 15 is 23, and 23 minus 4 is 19. A quicker way to do this one is, since we know that there's no grouping symbols, no exponents, so we'll divide, then we'll multiply, and then we'll divide again. Then all we have to do is do the addition first, since it's on the left side, and then subtract. In this case, we have both exponents and parentheses. Unlike the last case, Therefore, we'll do what's inside our grouping symbols first. So let's multiply 4 times 3, which gives us 12. Now, notice that I changed this bracket to parentheses. The reason I did this, you don't have to do it, but parentheses are usually within brackets, so you can localize them. You can see it a lot quicker, which one's outside versus which one's inside. It kind of helps instead of having 2 sets of parentheses. It helps you visualize it, see it a little bit clearer. Now we continue with inside the parentheses, doing 12 minus 8, which is 4. Now everything inside the grouping symbols is simplified. We'll move on to exponents. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. Now which one comes first? We have addition, subtraction, and then other addition. Well, this addition because it's on the left side. Now we'll have to do the subtraction before this addition because this subtraction is on the left side, leaving us with 15 plus 2, which is 17. Let's do this a little bit quicker. Since the exponent and this grouping symbol is separated by addition sign, we can do it at the same time, giving us 16 plus 12 minus 8 minus 5 plus 2. We can now continue within the grouping symbol. 12 minus 8 is 4, and then we can just add and subtract going left to right. 16 plus 4 is 20, 20 minus 5 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17. And that's our final answer. Simplifying each expression. In this case, we have 6 cubed minus 3 cubed, all in parentheses, divided by 3. 6 cubed, remember, cube means you're going to multiply it. 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36, and 36 times 6 is 216. Minus 27, which is 3 times 3 times 3. 216 minus 27 is 189, and 189 divided by 3 is 63. Which one do you prefer, GEMS or PEMDAS? A numerical expression is an expression that contains only numbers and operations. To evaluate or find the value of a numerical expression, use a set of rules called the OR operation. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.